Here comes your other half.
Sorry.
Call her again.
I bet she's got a shirt.
She went to the coffee and her two powers on.
I met her.
Oh, the power.
Did you reach?
It was off for a little while.
Are we officially started yet?
No order.
I'll register. Shut up.
All right, I'll call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Mayor Calvert,
Present.
Norma Osauer,
Here.
Dennis Flint,
Here.
Pam Sutton, Herman Mulvihill,
Present.
Brett Huff Cutler,
Here.
Will Ford.
Might let you have the minutes ready.
Minutes, Town Council meeting June 12, 2012, meeting called to order at 7:02 p.m. by Mayor Calvert. Roll was called with Mayor Calvert present, also present for councils Norman Holzhauer, Dennis Finch, Pam Sutton, and Herman Mulvihill. Absent was Council Brett Huffstaffer. A quorum being present, meeting proceeded. Minutes of May 8, 2012 were read. Council Sutton moved to accept. Council Finch seconded. Moved passed unanimously. Financial report for May 2012 was read. Council Finch moved to accept. Council Mulvihill seconded. Motion passed unanimously. There were no reports of committees, officers, standing committees, special committee, complaints, audits, or petitions. Mayor Calvert voted the subject of Mr. John Mulvihill, who already does inspections for the town, being appointed as chief building inspector for the town. And so moved. Council Sutton seconded. Motion passed unanimously. Mayor, $3,500 additional dollars be set aside for the park work. Council Sutton so moved. Council Mulvihill seconded. The motion passed unanimously. Public comment. Mrs. Kiley corrected the minutes report from May 8, stating that she had been referred to the spiky seed ball that the sweet gums drop on the tree. The tornado siren test was discussed. Most heard it. There was a discussion about sex offenders living in or near the town. Council Finch moved to adjourn. The United Clerk reported.
Any questions? Corrections? Comments?
I have a correction up there where it said on the first report that minutes, that should be, instead of moved, that should say motion passed.
Which paragraph?
First paragraph, second paragraph. Where it said move passed unanimously, it should say motion passed.
Anything else? Anybody? Is there a motion to accept with correction? Move to accept. Is there a second? All in favor? Financial report?
Okay, for June, starting balance in general fund is $23,293.10. You'll notice there are two water bills here. And the reason being, the waterworks had billed me $110 for May, and after much discussion and me looking at the meter, and they corrected $21.33 instead of $110. Then there was the 164 loads from A1 operations there. There was an unusual payout. We had deposits from Jefferson County Sheriff's Department on the paper served revenue share of $781.67, and Jefferson County from the road tax account of $392.61. And after all, at the end of the month, the ending balance was $16,165.50 in the general fund.
Any questions? Anybody? Go ahead, Bill.
Okay, the 2 and 7 account starting balance was $10,412.11. The ending balance was $10,319.78.
Any questions? Comments? Go ahead, Bill.
Page 4, the 4, 5, and 6 road account starting balance was $11,904.11. Deposit from the state, leaving ending balance of $12,044.86.
Any questions? Go ahead, Bill.
The capital improvements fund, no activity in it. Starting and ending balance is $5,349.65.
All right, is there a motion to accept as read? Make a motion to accept. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Reports of standing committees. You got something, Mr. Kennedy? You're on special committee, aren't you? Reports of special committee. Go ahead.
I have done some hunting around on the internet with regards to a park. And the clerk has a quotation for a pavilion, a 20-foot by 30-foot roof pavilion. I also have a second quotation here. Essentially what this pavilion will be is, and I'm sorry, I didn't print a lot of copies, I printed one. I've got some photographs of a proposed pavilion, and I just pass these around to you. I'm sure you know that the pavilion is. Also, I propose that we put some picnic tables, and obviously that'll have to be anchored so that it becomes theft-proof. Also, on the walking track, we'll want to put a bench for sitting down and resting, something of this nature.
What did you get there? That's from on the
I got two estimates, one from Agri-Steel, excuse me, in Coleman, and the other one from Sloan, right down here in Warrior on the west side of Interstate 65. And the quotation that we got from Agri-Steel looks to be the more attractive of the two. But I'll just read here. The cost for the materials for a 20 by 30 pavilion from Sloan is $2,550. And the labor to erect would be $1,560. And that's with posts set in concrete. If we wanted to put a pad underneath that, concrete pad, that'll cost $2,760. And this is all based on a 20 by 30 by 10 foot pavilion.
$760 for the concrete there.
That's just for concrete and forming and pouring and finishing the concrete. What they do is that they'd erect the pavilion itself, the structure would be erected, put in place, and then you have the option of pouring the concrete floor, if you will, and anytime thereafter.
That includes the roof, and the trusses, and the beams that the trusses set on.
That's everything, yes. Now, I don't have a copy of the other one that I forwarded to the town hall email address, but it's turnkey without concrete. It's just under $4,600, which is several $100s less than the Sloan. What I propose to do is, I'm gonna write it all up, do an A/B comparison so that we can look at it all on a sheet of paper. And, we'll have a kind of a Chinese menu of things that we can, things like benches and a barbecue stand and some other equipment. So we can kind of pick and choose what we want and see what prices are. I'm sorry, I just didn't have time to complete it before I came.
Can you get you the material ready? Just call us special, maybe.
I can have it ready, probably 30 days ago. So, and I'll let you know as soon as it's been ready. And I will forward it. I'll forward all that to you via the clerk email address here.
I didn't get it. That's why I was asking what email address you use.
It's town clerk email address.
Yeah, I
At
know.
att.net.
I know, but it's the one I used to use. I don't have it.
Oh, well, give me the latest email address.
It's
Just
the
write
one
down
in
your-
town now.
Just give me the latest email address. I'm just using what I have.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Booth. Reports of officers, readings of petitions, applications, complaints, appeals, and communications. Bill, do you have any communications?
Just to remind everybody that the last day qualified to run for office is the 17th at 5 p.m. And the following day, the mayor will cause the printing of the ballots as they are qualified. And July the 23rd is the last possible day for the candidates to file with the probate judge a statement showing the names of their campaign committees.
Thank you, Bill. Auditing accounts, resolutions, orders. Ordinances, orders, and other business. Anybody got anything else? Rick, you got anything?
I want to talk about the park more.
Go ahead,
We should consider, especially before we do a walking track, get a water source out there, outdoor water fountain. You can't get no relief.
What I'll do, I appreciate the suggestion. I'll add that to the list of the equipment and put that on the list.
Maybe we ought to price out a structure for the wood too.
The quoted structure from Agri-Steel uses wood verticals.
I'm talking about the trusses.
No, the trusses are hand fab steel.
Yeah, I know.
What he said, maybe we'll price it both ways and see if we can be more economic.
Yeah, I mean,
I understand, I learned that the town of Hayden constructed one or possibly two pavilions recently. I tried to reach the clerk there at the town hall, but the office was closed when I called. I'm going to follow up with them tomorrow and possibly get a third quotation on the structure.
There's a guy in Coleman that do trusses, and I use them a lot. So
That's where Agri-Steel is. I think that.
maybe the same guy.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, he designed one with a 412 pitch with a 20-foot spread on it, and you only need one every 4 foot for 10.
How much overhang do they have to keep you rank?
At least a foot or so. I use pressure treated ends to cap the trusses together. And if you want to paint them, of course.
Well, the Agri-Steel, when they cap the trusses in steel.
Well, steel's the way to go, don't get me wrong. I'm just, I haven't seen a rotten pavilion.
Well, their in-ground timbers are warranted for 40 years against decay and rot and failure.
That's just something to consider.
Get your information in.
But yeah, that water, a water fountain, a drink fountain. Also, well, there's one other thing we ought to do, we ought to put electricity out there. We ought to put an outlet and lighting in the structure.
Yeah.
So we'll have to trench from here out there. We can do that for.
Underground's expensive. I talked to somebody today about it, just for my house. It's, you know, if you're going 100 foot, it's anywhere from $800 to $1,000.
And the most of the cost is what, in the cabling, the cable?
Probably the cable, you know, and conduit. But you gotta trench 3 foot.
Oh, you do?
Well, you do for a house. I don't know about,
Well, then.
something that small. You know, we're just, you
I'll,
might run a
I'll
110
talk
up there.
I'll talk to an electrician and we'll get
What we do, we gotta do it by code.
a. Oh, absolutely.
So,
I fully agree.
We got it inspected now.
yeah, that's what we gotta do it by code now, so. Or solar lights, you know, there's solar lights. You know, you might put a solar panel on top of the pavilion. It's just
To do what?
consider the pavilion lit at night.
That involves batteries.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that the clerk can do.
Anything else?
No.
Mr. Finch, you got anything else?
That's it.
Don't got anything? All right, public comment. Who wants to speak first?
I have a question.
Yes,
Could
ma'am.
we investigate for instead of pouring a concrete slab, maybe putting down, you know, like the rubber or something like that? Would that be less expensive?
Now, when you say rubber, what are you speaking of? I'm not.
You're talking about the
Recycled.
playground rubber
Recycled.
material that's used, yeah.
Like under swing sets and stuff like that?
Yeah. We haven't really decided that a concrete pad will be poured. We're also, Mayor and I and others, we've talked about just using red rock or something else similar.
Yeah. I just
You're
wondered
right,
if
I
we
think-
investigated other,
Yeah,
Possibilities.
concrete is gonna be pricey.
right.
And
And two, if a
That-
child falls or something,
And
It's
that stuff
softer.
is really safe, as you're speaking of, well, it's scrap rubber that's got coloration in it and so
You
forth.
have a brochure on it, Miss Sal? You
No,
have
I
any
don't.
in-
I
you
just
have any
asked the
information?
question.
Okay.
There's
No,
information
that's
online.
that's a great suggestion. I'll look it up and I'll get some pricing
okay.
on it. I've seen it all over the internet.
Mr. Sal?
The information is available online
Okay.
about recycling, recycled products,
All right.
tire rubber, etc.
You check that out.
It'll be, 9 yards of concrete, $95 a yard.
87 per yard.
Okay, that's what I got. I got that right, because I poured a lot of concrete. I thought it was 95.
I'm better
Maybe they just told me, maybe they just told me I was getting a good deal. Yeah, they would probably do that for us.
Who's next?
Be nice.
Anybody? You want it? Quiet? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Meeting's adjourned.
Yeah, I spoke to Scotty.